Hello, my name is Reece Salisbury. This is my Screen-O-Matic presentation for ASPD02, Performance Analysis in Sport with emphasis on the open side flanker in the modern professional rugby union game. Performance analysis is an observation tool used by athletes and coaches, which as a direct result gives the athletes and coaches information in which will be used to critique an individual and or team's performance. This gives a clear list of strengths and weaknesses that can be applied to the athlete or team. When can it be used? Performance analysis can be used pre, during and post-match and training. During pre-match, the opposition will be the key focus. During the middle of the match, at any point, a coach or athlete can look at a performance and tweak it using factors implicated instantly within the current performance to achieve better performance after. And post-event, which is the most common one. When performance will be reviewed post-event using video analysis, simple questions like what went well and what didn't go so well will be asked. These questions will need answering and implicated into the next performance or training session to achieve greater performances in the future. Who uses it? Basically, is used by the player himself, his respective coach, a selector, and the opposition. Performance analysis can be used by a team, a coach, and a player. A player would identify areas in their own game in which they can improve on to enhance their personal career, therefore progressing up their professional ladder. A coach can look at degree of factors as well, like the opposition team, the coach's own team, and the players inside the opposition team and his own team. Looking at these factors can pinpoint strengths and weaknesses in his own team and the opposition's team. Pinpointing factors in the opposition's team identifies weaknesses in their defence or in attack, and areas which are strong on which they can use to overcome them. There are two examples of performance analysis. There are notational analysis and video analysis. Both can look at performance in a quantitative and a qualitative measure. Notational analysis is done in front of the moment in time. It's done using a pad and paper and can be qualitative and quantitative. This can be recorded in numbers, how many passes completed, how many tackles completed, etc. And qualitative could be describing the movement of a skill. Video analysis is a piece of recorded footage which has previously been recorded on a camera. This footage can be looked at again and again and again. Video analysis has become so popular, companies are now using it as business, such as Sportscode, Gamebreaker and Dartfish. Performance analysis uses key performance indicators. These are physiological, psychological, technical, and tactical. Performance analysis will ask certain questions in what needs to be looked at, depending on which key performance indicator you're looking at. The aim of these performance indicators is to look at what is happening, i.e. the whole picture, rather than looking back at the game and just remembering key moments, i.e. that try or that tackle. With this ability to go back and review the game, physiological, psychological, technical and tactical can be looked at. These four key performance indicators can cross over to each other as well. Performance analysis has a key emphasis on the coaching process. The coaching process uses a recycle view on the performance. A coach is required to evaluate, deliver and review feedback towards athletes with the ultimate aim of enhancing future performance of the team, the individual and their coaching style themselves. Traditionally, the feedback process has been based upon a coach's subjective observation of a performance, which can be influenced by bias, emotion at the time and previous experiences with the player and or team. A subjective observation process is known to be unreliable and inaccurate. This leads to a view of performance becoming distorted, and by those events can't be remembered. like I said earlier on about only key moments being remembered, this is where performance analysis comes to use. Ultimately, the results in lack of accuracy within both coaching feedback and decision making, which can be improved with the use of objective, unbiased, and comprehensive information performance analysis. All in all, to improve the effectiveness of each performance. GameBreak is a practical software which uses the video analysis method. It is a system which uses performance indicators selected by the individual or the user, and it uses that in the form of coding. When you code the video footage, the results from the video footage will be used in quantitative manner to provide statistics of the individual and/or team. This information will be then shown and reviewed by the athlete and the respective coaches. My project was on coding the open side flanker. My project for performance analysis was to look at the open side flanker, or the number 7, in his effect in the open play of modern professional English rugby match. I selected this area mainly to focus on the breakdown and how effective that position is within its team. My focus was on Exeter Chiefs Academy open side flanker. He is more interesting as well because this individual is very young and is used to the modern game, so he hasn't played the old methods. The way he was playing, the statistics he would come up with would be completely different to an older individual. These are the indicators I selected and used. I picked these indicators to focus on tactical and physiological indicators of the individual's game. I picked these after reading them in the journal, which I've stated in my justification. As you can see from my table, inter-reliability was 81%. Therefore, because it was less than 85%, it is classed as unreliable. This is due to the fact the hand notation was false, due to the performance being instant and at the moment. This is due to human error and poor vision, as it was a live event. These are the notes from the live event. The positives of performance analysis: the ability to play back and review footage whilst focusing on key areas itself. A valid way of counting performance indicators of an individual and/or team, therefore aiding selection and the coaching process. Performance analysis also gives visual learners a better view or understanding by seeing visual footage of their performance in the review stage. The negatives of performance analysis: the users will become over-reliant on technology. They will still miss little bits in the game which result in good performance because it's not classed as a performance indicator. This in rugby is off the ball stuff. It could be a dummy line that player runs. It will not be counted by a key performance indicator. The cost of the equipment and software is very expensive, with only top tier performers able to afford it. There is more focus on the output from the software rather than the team input, so the value of interpersonal communication is at risk. Both must be considered to build an effective performance. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation. Please refer to my justification essay on my Mahara page and my Weebly website for future reference. Thank you.